Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce AI Champions. Today I'll be going to discuss about type ahead block in OmniScripts. So this is the second part of the type ahead block tutorial. So before get started, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. So in this today's session I'll be covering more about type ahead element and how we can utilize this type ahead element for an lookup element as well. So for today's session I'll be just using this uh, type ahead implementation that I have created in the part 1, and I'll be using means there is a search account search functionality I have created. So let me show you just you quickly. And like in here we can search for any account record, like for in this case I have searched for Acme, and in here we can see that all the uh, account related fields that are being populated while I am selecting this account. So account name is Acme, ID, account ID is getting populated in industry, getting populated in the data JSON. And based on the selected account ID, I'll be using one lookup element to display all the related contacts for this account. So what are those associated contacts we need to just show using a lookup element, right? And in this, on clicking on an edit button, we can see that these are the selected fields are showing. So we can configure that account accordingly, that I discussed already in part 1. If you have not visited the video, please do watch that part 1 of the type ahead block series. So I'll be adding that tutorial link in this YouTube description as well. So let me just add a lookup element in here after the type ahead. So I'll be providing the name as related contacts and providing the label as related contacts as well. And so there are 3 data source type for lookup element, and I have also created several tutorials for lookup element as well. I'll be adding those tutorial links as well in the for this demo. I'll be using this one data source type as SObject. And data source we need to pass means the scenario is that whenever we are selecting a particular account, based on the selected account we will be getting that account ID in this ID field. So I'll be using this ID as the data source, like I'll be providing the ID as a data source, and filter value I'll be just showing like account ID and account ID. And in the query lookup query configuration we need to add that configurations, like lookup object should be contacts, since we want to fetch all the related contacts for the account. And we already know there is a account ID field for each contact record. We can see what are that associated account for the contact, and in that case account ID is the standard field for that, and that needs to be equal to our account ID that I have placed in that filter value, and the JSON path should be contact, and we are good to go to save. So this account ID nothing but the filter value that I have updated for this data source of ID. And in here populate lookup element with query results, we need to pass, like for this case account ID, contact ID, and we need to show that contact name as a label. So this is how we can just configure JSON paths use as value in the lookup, and JSON path to use as the label in the lookup elements. So let me just show you quickly how it's looks like. And I can search for Acme, and let me see, and in here we can see all the respective related contacts of the account Acme are showing. Like if I select this one, and it will be selecting, like in the data JSON we can see that related contacts, within the related contacts we can see that the contact ID is showing. And if I see the records, if contact records related for this account, like for this Acme account there are 4 contacts are there. So in this case our in OmniScripts lookup element we are also seeing the 4 contacts, so our configurations is working perfectly fine. So this is how we can simply use type ahead and lookup element accordingly as per our requirements. So I'll be adding more scenarios and topics of the OmniStudio tutorials and Salesforce as well. Please stay tuned. Please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you.